Amazon sucks. It's time to quit, time to give up. I need to do something else. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JJ, man. We're back at it again with another video, man. I know it's been a little minute, man, but I've been out here. I've been out here driving, man. I've been driving. Just to give you an update, right? So I'm currently in Springfield, Missouri, and I know what you're thinking. What in the world is this guy doing in the middle of Missouri, right? So you have to have the ability to adjust, right? So basically in the Appleton area, which you all know, that's where I'm based out of, there were some good loads coming out of there. However, they weren't frequent enough. I was only seeing about, instead of like the usual 1 to 2 popping up, or excuse me, about 3 to 4 or 5 popping up a day that I would be able to just take advantage of. It ended up going from like 3 to 4 or 4 or 5 to like 1 to 2. When you're dealing with like 1 to 2 loads, hey man, look, it's going to be almost impossible for you unless you're literally got your eyes like looking at that thing the whole time. And I'm almost certain I probably took a bathroom break or something like that, came back to my phone and the loads were gone. So what I'm seeing online and what I'm seeing in like these box truck forums and different, Facebook groups, what I'm seeing is having that happen to them, and they automatically want to say, Amazon sucks, it's time to quit, time to give up, I need to do something else. They're making 15-minute long videos, which people like you and I are watching, and if you don't have the right mindset, you're gonna think, man, this sucks, man. What's going wrong? What's happening? So you have to have the ability to adjust. The truck can go to other states. I want you all to get that understanding. I don't even know if I've actually necessarily explained that before, but like, you can go work Amazon in other states. Okay, like you can literally do that. So that's what I did. I looked at the closest city to me, and when I say close, I'm just using that word, meaning the closest city that I could find that actually had consistent good loads coming out. St. Louis was that city, so I headed out to St. Louis. St. Louis was going very, very well. However, there was a brief snowstorm that came by, I think, and one of my first loads that I booked out there got canceled. So instead of having 3 days of straight work, I did a day. I worked a load. The next day I had a load booked. It got canceled due to the storm, and then the next day I was able to pick one up, which brought me out here, right, to Springfield, Missouri. So now I'm in Springfield, Missouri. But yeah, so, hey man, you just have to have the ability to pick up and move to where the money's at, all right? So let's say if it starts to dry up out here, I can just go find the closest city to here that is doing amazing and head there. I actually realized that I'm actually about, I'm like 200 miles away from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I literally had no idea about like how north, south, east, or west I was in the state of Missouri, but apparently I'm 200 miles from the state of Oklahoma. So, and if need be, if I got to go there, I'll go there. You know what I mean? But yeah, you just have to have the ability to adjust. Number 2, I've said this before. Stop buying into the negativity, man. I'm telling you. I scrolled on Facebook, on YouTube the other day, and I'm starting to see, people out here, starting beefs with other YouTubers, man, like calling them out by name and all this other crazy stuff. Like, bro, it's not even necessary. It's not even necessary. This is why I say, bro, you got to stay focused, all right? You got to stay focused. Like, for me personally, bro, there's just no place for that. There's no place for that. And stay focused on your goal. Stay focused on your goal. Stay focused on whatever vision it is that you wrote down. I'm not saying everything's going to be all peaches and cream out here in this box truck industry. It's hard, man. It's hard. Like, you literally have to go out there and work for your money. However, on the flip side of that, there's a sense of fulfillment that comes about you when you push through and you make it to the other side. It's all about the other side. Stay the course, be focused out here, and, just be about your money. Because, and that's really what it all comes down to. If you're focused on your money and your businesses and what you got going on, all that other stuff doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even be worried about what somebody else is doing. All right. So shout out to everybody in the YouTube community and the box truck community that's doing their thing. I commend y'all. Stay strong out here, especially with these gas prices going crazy. It's ridiculous right now, man. It's like $5 and some change, I think, on average now. And that was last night. I read somewhere where they were saying they were expecting a 40% increase on gas to go up. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So yeah, man, you got to play your cards right. And that's another reason why you don't need to stick around in your city if the loads aren't paying. All right. So you need to go find you a city where the loads are paying, stick it out there. I'm not saying that the loads are going to always pay in that city that you go to, but for the time period that they are, utilize it, run those routes. And then when it dries up, find the next state. That's just how it works. That's literally how the trucking industry works. All right. But yeah, I mean, I do understand the frustration though when you hear people talk about, oh, they're only paying like $1 something a mile. Yeah, that is frustrating. It is. All right. But that just means you need to go find you some loads that are paying the $2 a mile or the $3 a mile. I caught one the other day. It was $3.50. It was like 150 miles for like $800, something like that. I was like, and that was in Kansas City. Kansas City. Kansas City has some really good loads. And here's a good hack for you. All right. And I'm not going to make this video too long, but I want to leave y'all with something that you can utilize. Right. Here's a hack. If you see in an area where there's maybe a bad thunderstorm or maybe a bad, bad snowstorm, bad winter storm that's coming, right? As harsh as this may sound, or maybe not even necessarily harsh, or as crazy as this may sound, that's when the money's made. That's when those loads start to pay a little more, because no one wants to be out on the road. No one's trying to take those loads when they post them. And Amazon knows this. Amazon knows there's a storm going on, but I'm not going to say they don't care, but they still got to get their product there, in a timely manner. So when you see these snowstorms going on, like here, the city I'm in right now, there's a snowstorm coming, or they say it's a winter weather advisory, but there is supposed to be some snow. So what that means is, of course, that means dangerous road conditions. So you have to use, caution. Look, if it's terrible outside, look, man, you don't need to be out there on these roads. And no amount of money is worth your life, so you don't want to put yourself at that type of risk. But what I mean is, if you evaluate the conditions of the roads and say, hey, it may be snowing outside, but the local city has actually been cleaning up the roads pretty good, and you look on the news and you see that they're clearing the roads on the interstate, if you have to get on the interstate, and you truly believe, look, just you can cruise it, you can just cruise it. I know Amazon does have time limits and things like that, but look, you can always go in on your Amazon app and say, hey, report a delay, and say, hey, I'll get there around this time. And if you need more time after that, go back in, report a delay, and say you'll get there. Look, don't risk your safety for Amazon, bro. It's not that deep. It's really not that deep. I know we're all concerned about that score. You need to make sure you can make it home. Make it home first. So yeah, don't be out here driving that full speed limit in the snow, in the rain, and in the different elements. But what I'm saying is this: the whole point is, the money is made in the storms and the inclement weather. So I want to leave you with that tip. Use it wisely. I'm not telling you to go out here. Don't go out here and say JJ from Rutledges said for y'all to go out here and drive in the middle of a snowstorm. That's not what I said. So, yeah, man, just everybody be safe out here. Stay away from the negativity, and just be about your money and be willing to adjust. All right. Be willing to adjust, because that's how the money is made out here. So, but yeah, man, just wanted to make y'all this, a little short video, keep y'all updated. If you got any questions for me, drop them down in the comments. I'm gonna get back to everybody today that's messaged me or commented that I haven't responded to yet. So I'll make sure of that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for right now. So y'all be blessed. We'll see y'all in the next video. And as usual, wow.